Hello and welcome to my news video. Today I'm going to take a quick first look at GamerToken. Now what is GamerToken? As you can see here from the screen, GamerToken wants to create a global marketplace for buying and selling unique in-game items on the blockchain. So it's going to be, as the name already implies, a token you can use to kind of incentivize your different in-game currencies, and it's not really going to be well, it's going to be independent of the different platforms and games you're going to use. So it kind of wants to be an overlay of these different games you normally use on a daily basis. You play these games, and obviously you want to and this gamer token wants to provide these well, tokens on top of it, so all of these get some kind of value attached to it, and you can trade them and sell them for real money eventually. Now I think it's going to run on the Ethereum blockchain. Let me just quickly scroll down. What is GamerToken? GamerToken is create a marketplace for gamers to buy, sell, and design unique in-game items. It's also transactional currency for the gaming world, which reward players for their activities in-game. Now again, I'm not sure if they just want to be an overlay for existing games already, and they just want to establish these corporations with these different game developers and publishers to use their gamer token, or if they just talk about their own games where they want to use gamer tokens as the main currency around all these different games on their own platform, or if it's going to be as kind of a combination of those two. So you have your own games running on the gamer token platform using these gamer tokens as currency, as token with a certain value attached to it, or if they kind of, well, if they kind of try to set up the cooperation with other games, like let's say you have Overwatch, for example, any other major big game, and they want to establish the cooperation and tell the publishers, hey, why don't you want to use our gamer token to have some kind of value transition and value increase of your digital assets instead of just using them as digital assets with no value attached to them. So right now, apparently the unique digital assets on the marketplace, such as rare skins, are powered by the ERC-721 token. I haven't really heard about it. I normally only see crypto games on the Ethereum blockchain using ERC-20 tokens. So I don't know how they kind of differentiate between those two, because they also say rewards in-game. Rewards in-game and items on the marketplace are priced in GamerToken, which is an ERC-20 compatible token powered by open source smart contracts. So is it an actual ERC-20 token, or is it just compatible to it? Is it running on the Ethereum blockchain? Is it running on a separate blockchain, on its own blockchain, and it's just ERC-20 compatible? Again, I'm not a tech guy. I don't know how it's going to work exactly. But again, I think it's quite interesting to see these kind of platforms being released and being developed, because they provide this unique selling point, obviously, that they can, as you can see, well, from the description, that they can power an industry-wide open ecosystem that benefits publishers, developers, and gamers. Because publishers can have a certain price attached to all these in-game items, and they can make money and kind of, well, kind of keep their business or their games and their platforms running by just having a certain, well, a fee attached to every token trade, basically, which is always nice, instead of kind of asking for full price for a certain game. It's also helping developers, obviously, the same way as publishers do, because they have the kind of not really necessarily control, but at least some sort of say in how they can set up the different value increase and the kind of ecosystem they try to provide in these games. And obviously, most of the games we see right now, they have already an ecosystem attached to them, but it always, or a lot of times, works in a kind of unattached way to the actual game, where you always have to spend real money to kind of use or buy and trade these different in-game items. And in this case, using the blockchain integration, it's always being done transparent, so it's also beneficial to the gamers. It's always being done by smart contracts and by an autonomous, well, kind of automated system, so you don't really need a lot of people running this whole operation, which is always nice. So obviously there are a lot of benefits to using these kind of tokens, and instead of kind of having to pay with PayPal or any other kind of payment provider to buy in-game items or digital assets. I mean, you know how it worked, for example, for Diablo 3 back then, where you had this kind of auction house and real money was spent as well. But again, this was always real money instead of kind of a cryptocurrency that replaces this kind of really unnecessary system, in my opinion, which is always nice. Other than that, there's a white paper as well, so you can check that out yourself. I'm not going to do that in my first look video right now. You can actually also click on the one pager. And you can also check out the demo product right now. So you have your wallet created, you have a marketplace, and download and play our demo to earn rewards. Use rewards to buy in-game demo currency. Now, oh, you can actually use it on Fiesta. That's really nice. So they have already established one major cooperation, which is with Fiesta Demo. I don't know if you know about Fiesta Online. I think it's quite big still, and it's being done by a South Korean or Japanese or Chinese developer, and that's completely separate from CryptoCurrency because it has already a rather large player base. So that's really nice. So it kind of answers my question if they also want to kind of provide this token as an overlay to existing games with an existing player base, and they obviously do. So they have this cooperation with Fiesta Demo. You can sign up for the demo and you can use gamer tokens, or at least you can play the game and earn these gamer tokens. So you basically are rewarded for playing the game, which is really nice. Now, obviously, depending on the success of the platform, will be a major determinator of if your currency that you earn by playing the games are actually worth anything, obviously, because if they're not worth anything, you can't really turn them back or exchange them back into real money. But yeah, that looks actually really nice. I really like the idea that they already have some kind of working product, at least a demo version, because essentially their product is the cooperation with these different games. A lot of different platforms actually kind of try to use the same, or they kind of try to fulfill the same use case, but they always have the issue that they don't really have a player base already. So either they try to create their own game on the platform, which doesn't really have any outreach yet, so there aren't a lot of people who are aware of the game, so it's not being played, and obviously then the whole kind of product use case crumbles because you need a player base to play and earn these rewards in order to have a value increase of your token. And there are also others that try to set up the corporations necessary with existing games with an existing player base, but they often fail to do so because they don't really have any ties into the video game industry. So in this case, I think it's really interesting, GamerToken, that they already have Fiesta Online on board. Maybe they also have different games on board already they're trying to set up soon. And obviously the more games they have you can use to earn their in-game currency or the GamerToken, the more successful it's going to be. So you can also see benefits for everyone: developers, new streams of revenue, enhanced item infrastructure using non-fungible tokens, tailor rewards to increase retention and playtime. Actually, I could have not talked about the whole benefits for developers, gamers, and publishers because they lay it out in front of me much better than I did. Issue exclusive items in limited quantities. Gamers obviously have the benefits of trading these items from different games on the marketplace. They can actually earn tokens that are worth real money, so they basically play games and earn real money. And publishers also have the advantage to have a secure payment service provided, join an ecosystem for high spending players. It's also a really important point, obviously, because you want to kind of get the right target market as a publisher that wants to spend money on your games. Now, a lot of people from a gamer's perspective or player's perspective don't really like this kind of approach, but obviously the publishers will have some sort of interest in using GamerToken, and that will just be beneficial again to the whole platform, because the more publishers that set up shop basically for GamerToken and use their token, the more people would join and use it. Obviously right now, for example, Fiesta Online having this existing player base already, these people will get more, well, hopefully get more interested, or at least get aware first of this kind of system. So why spend their time not making real money on the side as well? So they will flood over to GamerToken and use Fiesta Online as they usually do to make money. So that's always nice, because the hurdle from going non-cryptocurrency to cryptocurrency is much smaller. Also, another advantage is reduced fraud and increased transparency and low user acquisition costs. Obviously, also a really important point. If you have to spend less money on every player you can potentially get to spend money on your platform or in your game, the better. Yeah, other than that, check it out yourself. I think I have talked enough about GamerToken so far. You can also check out their Medium page, get some more condensed info about the whole system and how it's going to work, how it's going to fulfill their respective use case, our token and its utility, which I really like about this system, or the way they present their whole system and platform, the way they present their information. That's always based on what are the main benefits for these these three different target groups they're trying to approach. So you have developers, what are their advantages for using GamerToken? You have gamers and you have publishers, because a lot of other platforms don't do that. They mostly talk about the technical aspect, which is always nice. Obviously, you want to have a really decent technology behind it, but it's much more important for mass adoption that you get normal people, so to speak, that don't know too much about technology and get them interested in your product, because they will make or break the success of your platform eventually. So yeah, other than that, check out the roadmap as well. Really professionally well done website. They already also have a team page, which is really great. I think, yeah, you see, in the gaming industry is for over 12 years, so the CEO already had a lot of time and experience to set up these different corporations and ties. And obviously, for someone in the industry, it's much easier to get these corporations, which again I think are the most crucial part of the whole endeavor. If you don't really have any corporations with existing games that are being played by a major player base, then you might as well not try to do so, because other than that it's going to be a completely empty platform, obviously. So yeah, have talked way too long about this. This is just a first look video. Check it out yourself. Please don't take this video as financial advice. Please only invest as much as you can afford to lose, and do your own due diligence on GamerToken first. You can also check out the partners, as you can see here, or become a partner. I'm going to post a link to, I think, the Telegram page. Let me just check how many people are there. So already around 3,000 members, which is always nice, making for a decent community to grow. Yeah, going to post a link to the website gamertoken.io in the video description. Also a link to the Telegram, so you can talk to the developers and talk to the community. Other than that, hope you liked my long video first look about GamerToken, and I'll see you next time. Bye.